Good day, everybody. Brian here, quantlabs.net. Today, I'm going to show you an article here, efinancialcareers.com, one of the only places I can share as a resource that I can truly rely on for career stuff when it comes to software and finance, HFT or whatnot. Um, so here it says, Citi suggests that some developers earning 400 an hour in banks are immune to AI incursion. 54% of jobs in financial services are susceptible to AI and or automation. To me, it's all the same now. Um, and this is, I truly believe it will be much higher. 12% of jobs will be augmented by AI. Okay. So they say that software developers are going to be likely hardest hit and sooner as well. So this is the chart here. Coding and software will be highest hit. Customer service with the chat stuff for sure, for sure. I do that all the time. I'm preferring that versus dealing with people who have to repeat myself 3 times over on a phone versus a chat bot. Search and summarization, again, that's just digging up data, ranking, as I call it. Compliance monitoring, definitely that's going to be done in the background already. Credit risk and underwriting. To me, this is the same. Asset portfolio management. This is all portfolio optimization. I do that all the time. And as you can see here, this is just one of many different ways I do it, all generated from Python. These are the market sectors. I could do this across thousands upon thousands of AI generation, automation, all thanks to Python. I've been developing that over the years, and I haven't stopped. I haven't changed it because it works. Anyways, going back to this, charts like the one below suggest that AI introduced in front office jobs like research will be fine because AI will simply have the time spent writing earning reports and cut the time already in gathering data while increasing time spent on fun things like idea and generation. I'm not going to go through this chart. I'm going to speak about my experience here. So idea generation comes from when you look at raw data sets through online or not, API. So that's where you're going to get your trading ideas because you're going to go with the ones that are top rated if you use ranking. Client visits is just another way of saying they want to do their liquid lunches. But all of this is just going through data. And with what I just showed you here, that running in the background, that could be, I could look at 30, 40,000 instruments, low volatility instruments in a matter of hours. To bang that out as a human from research departments would take me probably days. I could run that every day, and that's what I'm doing in my quantlabsnet.com private group in the quant analytics. Very useful information. And I'm now just put out when I'm live trading now on my watch list. So yeah, that's all posted pretty well every day. And it's because I'm able to do that using raw data. And the when you look at the charts with how the markets are, um, they look better with what's selected here using these techniques. Anyways, AI sweeps through software engineering jobs. Citi report suggests that some rules may be safer than others. Director of the Microsoft Technology Center, if anyone would know, it'd be them. AI models have been trained on open source written in both Python, Java, which I'm using myself. AI renders software engineers more efficient. Java and Python engineers seem to be most at risk of optimization. That's very true. Um, as it says here, the large language models have access to training data in obscure languages, LLM and ABAP. I guess it's some proprietary language in SAP. Can't write in COBOL. If banks want an LLM to write COBOL, they'll have to create a bespoke solution, which sounds expensive. To me, building out a custom LLM, because collectively it's been tried at my end with 10 years of data. from the same source that provided this tried that, and it seems that I guess there's not enough data to work from. And that was about 10 years of data, a lot of PDF extraction. Um, there's not enough data. So you're going to be relying on the larger companies, providers like Microsoft, Google, OpenAI to provide those data sets. A lot of it comes from, for Microsoft, is the GitHub public repositories. Um, and that's just how that works. All right. So continuing along, I guess we're done here. Okay, so again, let me just go over this again. Okay, so let me just pull up this image here and just see what it contains here. Uh, okay, so without AI tools, company docs, press releases, earning call models, market industry research, consensus, data gathering, maintenance, etc., analytical thinking, idea generation, thesis building, writing earnings reports, periodicals, client meetings, and all that. Okay, so I use all that for sure. That is my data source for both the ETF calls and stock calls. From what I can tell you, you can go on to many data sources that you pay for and affordable as well, and be able to collect that data, process it, and only focus on the data that you want, be it from a variety of data sources and very affordable data sources, I might add, for if you're doing equity. Um, Time saved ask. This is much higher than 50%. I would say I'm going to be saving probably well over 95, maybe 99% time is saved because it's happening right now while I'm making this video. So, as an example here are the sectors. I've talked about this many times right here. Top performing sectors, and that's all it does is rank, rank, rank. So that is already in play just for a schmuck like me. So for an entire research department in a bank, hedge fund, whatnot, they're pretty well dead. I mean, they are pretty well walking dead as far as a career. Um, they're they're just no more. They're not needed. Bye. And if you're going to go into that field, think again. Here's why I say that, because there's a couple of ways to get around that. I can use powerful libraries, packages, whatever you call them, for both Python and I mentioned MATLAB, and I know both of these very well. I can create Word documents, and I've shown them over the years what can be generated. My users won't look at those. They just want the summation of the summary. They want the summary of the summary. I can go into very, very great detail, and I showed that a few weeks ago in another video I did with the tear sheets um, based upon market sector. Like my users don't care about that. They want to know what are the best places to trade and when, and that's it. They don't care about that detail, but it can be done. And I've done it and I've showed it a variety of ways. You could do that in Python and MATLAB. And MATLAB is a whole treasure trove of stuff that's expensive, but it's there. It can be done by software, no human needed. So that's already done without question. Now, coming back to this chart here, coding and software, I do believe that many, many, many software engineers will be replaced by AI. I do think that the senior people and management will be generating software via code generation. Has been out there for many years, but the problem is who's going to maintain it. You can't just put out another prompt in the AI and generate a new program. It doesn't work that way, because someone's going to have to maintain that. So those type of jobs will not be disappearing. But in terms of the need for developers, software engineers en masse is definitely uh, two things are happening. I can tell you this: Canada here, we have uh, an en masse of immigration coming in, namely from India. India is known for software engineers. Good, bad, I don't know. But they're coming in able to get jobs. People like me with a year's experience in this country, in Canada, I will tell you this, our pay scales have just dropped. I have no incentive to want to take these jobs because it becomes more like a exploited industry to be part of in Canada in software engineering. Pay scales are lower, competition's fierce, blah, 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 blah. Can't get a job. And even if you did, it's not fruitful or productive to hang on in those jobs. The only place right now that's still good is USA and maybe UK and certain niches of software development for the high end, namely in the financial services. So as a result, I think en masse, a lot of those jobs are done and or can be outsourced to back to places like India, where those engineers get paid about 15,000 US dollars. I did a podcast on that a number of weeks to months ago, but that's why they're coming to here and trying to set up shop to get into the States. So it's just all exploitation, and the whole industry as a whole has been declining as a result. It's not the same as it was, let's say, 30, 20 years ago. So there's that. So I do think that software engineering does not have the best future. I don't think it even has a real future to be involved with this industry. As for me, I think if you're going the self-employment route, that's a different story. But if you're going to a self-employment route, doing software development for your own product, for your own needs, that's where software engineering is very useful, powerful, and it basically can, in a positive way, change your life. If you're trying to do, let's say, the contracting, the freelancing as a software engineer, talk to anybody, they'll tell you it's not all that easy. So, and AI is not going to make it any better. But for your own needs, yeah, there's value there. And you can make a future of that, do it and make a business out of it for your own needs, like I do here. Maybe educating people on the career side. That's probably the better way to go. Um, so that's pretty well all I can really tell you is there's that. Now, as I said before, if you want to know more about what I do, we've got the new domain quantlabs.net. Sorry, quantlabsnet.com. I keep saying that. Just go under learn. In here, I'm going to add in now 45-minute video that you'll get immediately. And I got to put in the follow up of anybody interested in learning about an introduction to Trading View. And a Trading View is probably the easiest, fastest pay route to take to do algorithmic trading with no coding. So you don't have to be a programmer to do that, but yeah, you can do it. So there's lots of options behind the scenes here if you decide to sign up on this. So if you want to do that, go ahead. And this doesn't cost you anything. You can just get out whenever you want and cancel. You never hear back from me or my system. So we'll leave it at that. And thanks for listening and have yourselves a good day.